Welcome to Mennonite Heritage Village at Home. We are so excited to have you back for another episode. My name is Patrick Friesen. I'm the development coordinator at Mennonite Heritage Village. And as always, I'm joined, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been joined by my dog, Sam, who loves to lie on the couch. He's never too terribly far from where I am if I'm at home. So welcome to this episode. On this episode, we're going to hear from our executive director, Dyck, as he talks about some of the things that are happening this summer and some key strategies and key initiatives that we're trying to make over the coming months. We'll also again have a song by David Graham and our mental health minute by Hali Reimer-Chaplin. I trust these have been really helpful for you. Stay tuned at the end and I'll have some information about some programming news for the next coming months. So stay tuned to the end for that as well. Well, I'm here with our Executive Director, Dyck. And I don't know if we can call this the State of the Museum address, but just a kind of a little bit of a chance to hear about some of the exciting things that are going to be happening in the coming months here at the museum. I thought this might be a great place for people that are regular watchers of this channel to be able to find out about some of those things. Yeah. So
let's call it State of the Village.
State of the Village. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Recently, there's been some more discussion kind of publicly about how museums can promote overall well-being. Yeah. What are some of the ways in which we're trying to seek and promote that here?
Yeah, we're always watching what other museums are doing, and in the UK and in Montreal, the art gallery there, they've been doing a lot for well-being and researching and testing, pilot projects about how they can offer their site, their heritage historic sites as places for well-being. So yeah, we looked into that and realized, wow, hey, we're doing that. We just need to tweak it a bit, or we could do that. For example, the object manipulation for seniors, Alzheimer's patients or whatnot, using artifacts, from their childhood that they could kind of reminisce about, and all kinds of things. So yeah, this year, because of COVID and everything, I know it's been hard for people, so we want to see what we can do with our grounds, with our historic buildings, just kind of be a place for people to come and kind of take a load off, and not always take in information, but also just kind of just receive the aura of the place, the beauty of it.
That's great. That's great. Our grounds take a lot of upkeep and care. And with that, the pond has seen a bit of erosion along the banks in the recent years. Yeah. What are some of the plans to address this in the coming years or coming months?
Yeah, since I started here just over 2 years ago, I keep having people coming to me and say, what are we doing with the pond? When are you going to do something with the pond? It was built, I think, in the 70s, and we've never really done anything except have that bridge there to kind of go over this. So this year, yeah, first things first, we need to take care of that erosion, the steep banks. It's getting worse every year, and so we have a grant that we've applied for Manitoba Habitat. Hopefully that's coming through, and then we'll be able to work with St. Rosa Watershed District and kind of planting around it, making the shoreline more sloped instead of steep. And then actually part of the grant is to make a trail that would circumnavigate the whole pond, and we'd have to kind of build another land crossing on the far south of it, and then people can enjoy it all summer long. We'll put some benches out there. We would make it available in winter too, kind of keep it clear. So yeah, finally something happening with the pond if we get that Manitoba Habitat grant.
Right on. Well, here's hoping that we be able to get that. That'd be really good. Yeah. Right close to the bank there is our Dirk Wilms Peace Garden, and there's been a lot of work done with that over the last number of years, and it's really close to completion. What are the final steps that are going to be happening in the next couple months?
Yeah, last summer our sawmill crew was busy, the Heritage Sawmill, just getting all that lumber ready. Now we're got it all kind of finished off, the lumber itself, and now they're just a matter of time to get it set up to make a pergola. And so with that pergola, they'll make a stone wall in the back of it, and then the next step after that is to do the panels, to talk about the Mennonite position and history of peace and nonviolence and that struggle. And then landscaping. We got the Steinbeck Area Garden Club and others ready to provide for the landscaping around that area, close to the pond, like you said, so it's another kind of initiative by the pond, and we did get a grant for that one for $10,000 for landscaping that Peace Garden, so we're excited about that.
Wonderful. That'll look really, really nice. It'll be another one of those great places that we talked about in terms of well-being as well, just a place to reflect, a place to kind of enjoy a lunch hour on your lunch break, or those kinds of things. Just a really good place to be. You can actually here's our pitch, right? Pick up lunch at the LBR.
Yeah.
For those who don't know LBR, it's a Livery Barn restaurant.
That's right.
Shortcuts here at the village. Every year we hold the spring gala. This year we're going to be launching the new Mennonites at War exhibit. However, the money that we raised for the event is going to one of our restoration projects. What's happening there?
Yeah, I mean, here again, another grant. We've been working really hard, as you can tell, getting grants the last year or two. And so this is a Building Sustainable Communities grant from Manitoba. And we got it last year, but then COVID hit just before we were supposed to do our fundraising for it. So we got the first half of it. It's a $44,000 project, and so this grant covers $22,000, and so now we need to fundraise for the final $22,000. We have to do it this year, otherwise we lose the grant. And what's been happening at the Corteets House Barn, it was put in there, I think in the 60s, and the foundation over the years has been kind of settling down, further down, whereas the interior, which is a kind of a cement foundation, is stayed the same. So the perimeter has been sinking down, and it's been creating a kind of a warped floor and a bubble that's not safe in the center, and that's also wrecked our hearth, the central heating system of the house barn in the meantime. So to fix it permanently, we need to get in there and kind of level off the inner foundation, and then kind of do some upkeep and repaint the house barn and get the central heating system, the brick oven working again, the waffles, the Yurede maker. You know, we can have it all again, and it'll be exciting for demonstrations, or even in winter time, just to experience a house barn in winter.
That would be really, really good. It's one of very favorite places with the staff, but also with people just coming through the village is that house barn. And
yeah, people don't realize that house barns are very unique structure, and Manitoba has probably the best collection of them. We got two excellent house barns here. New Bertal, just south by Altona, has a great whole village of them, and it's really kind of unique kind of building, and just it's one of our flagship buildings.
So that
not just the windmill.
Yeah.
There's more than the windmill out there.
Yeah.
We have house barns, which are really amazing, and they show the whole community idea of the village. You know, those early Mennonite villages were all about the house barn and being together, and then the farming, then the business out from there, village first.
So with the gala, when is it happening? And can you give any more details about the gala?
Yeah, May 29th, and you know, COVID subsiding more and more, hopefully. It will be on site with a banquet. We actually might do 2 seatings, so 50 people, if we can do that again in our auditorium like we did last year. We were allowed to do that. So then there'll be a tour of the house barn, maybe Roland Sawatsky, who is the curator at the Manitoba Museum, former curator here. He can kind of give some interpretation for people there, and then actually opening up the grand opening of our new exhibit, the Mennonites at War, with our senior curator Andrea Clausen, just to be there on site. And yeah, then the banquet, we got Hans Warner. He's an excellent storyteller, very knowledgeable about, you know, the whole history of Mennonites at War, and those that fought, those that didn't, and why. And I think he'll be a fascinating storyteller.
That'll be really good.
Yeah.
That'll be really good. Looking forward to that. Stay tuned on our website and with our newsletter. I'm trying to always plug the newsletter. Make sure that you sign up for our weekly newsletter.
There's going to be a lot happening this year.
Yep, and because you want to stay on top of some of these events that are going on. We got something coming up on April 6th. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, the first thing is their AGM, of course, to start the new year, the new season, and it will be virtual again, unfortunately, but yeah, we'll do it. We'll make the links available sometime on our website and on the newsletter and such. So I think It'll be good. We want to continue to have more and more input from the community. We are member-owned. This museum, it's not a government museum. It's not my museum. It's the public and the members' museum. So, you know, come there, ask. You know, sometimes a good question can actually be more challenging or more lead to something great than anything else. So, you know, come with your questions, come with your ideas, and come ready to hear and get engaged.
And can people attend? Do they have to have been a member for a certain amount of time before they can attend? Or how does that work?
No, they don't have to be a member even to attend, and so there's no time frame on that. But then, of course, for voting, for the votes, you have to be a member for that part.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Well, this has been really good. I think there's lots of information. Is there anything else that you want to highlight about the museum and about things that are happening here for the upcoming season?
Yeah, I'm just excited about the year ahead, and there's a lot of good things coming. Like, you know, even more than we talked about today. There's a lot of things in the what do you call it? The oven.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to get a good year, and you know, for people to come and enjoy the grounds, and just to have a good place to walk, to kind of be in community with each other again. I think it's going to be very good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we're definitely looking forward to it. It's going to be a challenging year again because we don't know what all the restrictions will end up creating. You know, how that would cause us to change some of our normal events. But for the time being, we're planning ahead as if we'll still be able to run most of our major events, and hoping that as the vaccine gets rolled out and that restrictions can be lifted enough for us to be able to run these things. And even with that, at our current state, we're able to have people on site. We're able to have people coming through the village, and so we do look forward to opening up May 1st and getting the village open, getting the restaurant going, all those things, which I think will be fantastic for our members, but not just our members, but for the public at large. I think it's really good.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
May 1st it is.
Thank you very much, Gary. And next week we're going to be having Robert Gertzen, our program manager, to talk about some of the specific programs that are going to be happening throughout the summer. So stay tuned for that.
They say love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring, bound by a wild desire. I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. It went down, down, down. The flames, they went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child, but oh, my heart went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. It went down, down, down. The flames, they went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. It went down, down, down. The flames, they went higher. And it burns, it burns, it burns. leaves a ring of fire. Ooh, the ring of fire.
Well, we're back this week with Hali Reimer-Chaplin from 12 Stones Counseling, all the way from PEI. She is a counselor there, and spent many years here in Steinbach, and now is living the good life in PEI. I do envy you living so close to the ocean and being a part of island life there a little bit. Maybe it's just wanting to get away and see other parts of Canada. But anyways, what do you have for us this week, Hali?
Well, you know what? And that kind of connects with living wherever you are. It's really important to live life with intention and live life with intentionality. You know what my dad used to say? Your experience is what you make it. And how you interpret your surroundings is how you're going to experience them. And so, you know what? It's important to start the day right. Start the day with exercise or devotions. Maybe try eating something fresh and something new, and end the day with thanksgiving and gratitude and acknowledging what you have. It's really easy to see the really difficult things, especially now with COVID. But you know what? If we look for them, we will always see the positive things, even in minus 40 below to Manitoba.
Hey, it's when we're recording this, it's pretty nice. A little bit of snow coming down right now, but we're not. It hasn't. Thankfully, we're out of that really cold right now. But I know something intentional that we're doing this year in our house is we have a big jar with a little pad of paper beside, and we're trying to at least once a week to put in something that we're thankful for. Again, trying to foster that sense of gratitude in the midst of a time when you feel like you're being without a lot of things. And so thanks for that reminder, Hali. It's really good. I trust you enjoy these videos, and I enjoy producing them. It's so good to hear from Gary and all the things that we have planned for the coming months and ahead. This is going to be a really fantastic summer, and we're looking to be able to adapt to whatever we're faced in the coming future. And this past year has definitely taught us to be able to that we can adapt and we can change, and that people are incredibly resilient, and that the museum still is an important part of many people's lives. So we're so glad that you're a part of that. One of the things that's going to be happening is very soon is the opening up of our new exhibit, which is going to happen June 1st. I know it seems a little ways away, but for us, many of the components are starting to be assembled in the back already, and starting in April and May, the installation of that exhibit happens, and we're looking to launch for our spring gala on May 29th, the New Mennonites at War exhibit. And so please stay tuned for information on that. By the way, the best way to stay connected with us in a most consistent way is to subscribe to our Village News. We produce the Village News every week. There's a brief article in there, as well as news from around the village, different things that are going on, and so it's a great way to stay in touch with all the happenings that are going on. And you can do that by visiting our website at mhv.ca or sending an email to info@mhv.ca asking to subscribe to our newsletter, and we will do that. It's called the Village News. We're also in the process of beginning to write the new Village Voice, which is our biannual magazine. It is much more substantial and offers it's a full color magazine that we publish twice a year, and we're excited to be in the production process for that. And so if you want that you get with your membership. And so we'd encourage you, if you don't have a membership yet, do consider getting a membership at the museum. There is so much. The $50 family membership is a steal of a deal. It pays for itself in simply one visit, really. If you consider being able to bring in a family in, plus that all the different benefits and perks that you get, you're definitely seeing that money saved in subsequent visits. And there is something new happening every week at the museum. Not just events, but different things to take note of. And so I encourage you to have a membership and make the museum part of your weekly life, whether it's starting in May, coming to the restaurant, or whether it's just coming for a walk or visiting some of your favorite locations and coming to see some of the animals. I know those are especially important for many of the children that visit the museum. And so I encourage you, as you can, to sign up for that membership. There is an annual meeting coming up April 6th, and we'll be getting information out about that as well through the Village News, as well as on our website. So please stay tuned for that. It'll be a online annual meeting due to the COVID restrictions that are currently in place. So, but that anybody can log in, but our members get to vote as part of that as well. And so there'll be some decisions being made there. All right, that's it for us here. Hope you enjoyed this. If you want to make sure to get these, we send links to these out with the Village News every week. You can also click the subscribe button. You can click the like button, which helps us to put it higher in the rankings, and then more people get to see this. And then, by all means, share it. There's a little share button there. Share that with your friends. Email it out to your friends and say, hey, there's something really good happening at the museum and you should check it out. And if you want to go back and see some of the other videos, you missed them, they are in the link that's going to come at the end right now. It says playlist. You can click on that and it'll take you to the playlist of all the other MHV at Home series. And so you can go through that playlist right there. Have a great day.